Hi, this is Kieran. In this video, I will talk to you about the 5 best decentralized exchanges running on Ethereum. First, I'll quickly explain what decentralized exchange is, why you might need it, and how you can actually also earn a lot of money by providing liquidity. My name is Kieran. I create DeFi, crypto fundamentals and tutorial videos, so highly recommend that you hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. So on DeFi Llama, you can get information on many different DeFi apps. Now, the 5 best ones in terms of transaction value locked, that means how much assets are locked on that decentralized exchange. We'll go from the highest to the lowest to the top 5 dexes. So the first one is Uniswap. Then we're looking at Curve Finance, Sushiswap, Balancer and Synthetix. And at the end of the video, I've got like one bonus decentralized exchange, but it's actually an aggregator, meaning that it combines many decentralized exchanges together. First of all, what is a decentralized exchange? Like the name entails, it's an exchange that is completely decentralized, meaning that there's no central authority providing the liquidity. The liquidity is provided by the community. That means you or I can provide liquidity on these exchanges. And by providing liquidity, you would actually take 2 tokens and you add equal amounts of value, for example, $1,000 of ETH, $1,000 of Uni token, and you put that into a pool. And every time that someone makes a transaction between maybe ETH and Uni token, you would receive 0.3% of those trading fees. Now it's different with all the different decentralized exchanges. Some have some properties that are great and others have other properties that are great. That's why there's so many different ones. Let's start with the first one. That is Uniswap, the mother of all decentralized exchanges, the longest exchange that is around. It actually airdropped the Uni tokens last year. These Uni tokens are now worth $18,000. It's got $9.25 billion of liquidity locked, and that's a lot of money. We can use Uniswap. I have to make sure that I've got the Ethereum mainnet, and you might already be familiar with this interface. Very easy to use. You would just log in with your MetaMask or Trust wallet, and then you can state what you'd like to swap with. ETH to ERC20 transactions cost 0.3% plus the gas fees, which are unfortunately high at the moment on Ethereum. But if you actually transact ERC20 token to another ERC20 token, you're going to pay double the amount because you're transacting with 2 different liquidity pools. So you're going to pay 0.3% on one and then 0.3%. So in total 0.6% if you transact ERC20 to ERC20. So this is a fantastic platform. You can actually swap what you want. What you can also do is actually look at the charts and looking at how some ERC20 tokens are performing on Uniswap. You can look for a certain pair. So you can look for the Uni ETH pair. And very often Uniswap is the first place where you will find Ethereum gems, altcoin gems. Very often they are first found on Uniswap, traded on Uniswap before they get added to centralized exchanges. So this can be very lucrative, but also very, very risky. So here you can get all the information, the last trades that were done. You can look at the pair information down here below. This is Uni ETH. You can look at the pair address, which is basically a smart contract. The Uni address, if you click on this, this will actually bring you to the smart contract on EtherScan. You can click here, view on EtherScan, and then you can actually look at all the information concerning that ERC20 token, like the amount of holders, the contract, the amount of volume, and so on. The next decentralized exchange I'd like to talk to you about is Curve Finance. Very popular platform, especially for providing liquidity with stablecoins, and it's the best place to actually trade stablecoins. There are many different types of stablecoins. You've got DAI, USDT, USDC, but there are many other ones as well. Incur Finance is like the best decentralized way to trade those. The interface does look like an internet interface 1995, so it might be a little bit lacking in terms of user friendliness, but it's still a pretty good place to go, because the great thing with decentralized exchanges is that you don't have to ask for permission in order to use them. So here you can also provide liquidity, and the APYs can be actually pretty high depending on what kind of stablecoin or asset you actually provide. So you've got SUSD, SBTC, USD, USDP. So there are many different ones. If you can't find the liquidity pools on Uniswap, then I highly recommend going to Curve Finance or trying different ones to see where the best rates are going to be. The next one is Sushiswap, very popular. This is actually a clone of Uniswap, but they've added a lot more interesting features to make them stand out a bit more from Uniswap. 4.56 billion US dollars locked. Sushiswap is pretty awesome. They've actually upgraded the interface. Just click on app, connect with your MetaMask wallet. When you're on here, you can swap between tokens. This is a very similar interface to what you'll find on Uniswap. You can also provide liquidity. Here you can click on add liquidity and choose what kind of token you'd like to lock in and provide liquidity for. Make sure that you're aware of the risks and what impermanent loss is, because that can actually wreck your profit margins. Looking at the high APYs is not the best way to go. You have to look at the correlation of the different assets that you're providing. You can actually look at all the different other things that are pretty cool on Sushiswap. For example, if you go to apps, you can click and enter the Kashi, and here it will allow you to obtain liquidity by, first of all, lending different assets and then borrowing. So here's the APY that is available to borrow if you actually provide some liquidity, and then you can borrow, for example, you can borrow USDT, USDC, and many other things. The collateral that you have to provide is also indicated here. So this is a very good opportunity. The next decentralized exchange is Balancer, and this is a very advanced exchange, definitely not for beginners, but it allows for a lot of programmability. It's basically called a protocol for programmable liquidity. It's got 3.02 billion US dollars locked. It's got a pretty cool interface, and basically what it allows you is to create very different liquidity pools, and it also allows developers to create programmable liquidity pools that can interact with smart contracts. So it's a automated market maker, a global liquidity provider, so you can trade many different assets on the pool. It's possible that here you find many assets that are not available on other liquidity on other decentralized exchanges, and also the smart pools, which are pools that can be controlled by smart contracts. The last of the 5 is Synthetix, very popular derivatives exchange, and here you can actually swap many S tokens on Synthetix. 1.99 billion US dollars locked. Fantastic exchange, especially for derivatives, because here you can trade many assets that you might not be able to trade on other decentralized exchanges. So the total value locked, like I said, is very high. You can earn some rewards by providing collateral to the Synthetix protocol. So you can provide different assets like ETH, RAP BTC, and many other ones. And then you can mint the S tokens. There are different apps for Synthetix. You've got Quenta, which is derivatives trading with infinite liquidity, DHedge, a decentralized asset management protocol offering non-custodial mimetic trading. Then you've got Paraswap, decentralized exchange aggregator. This is actually finding the best possible rates for many different ERC20 tokens. So if we go to Paraswap, very similar to Uniswap, but a little bit different exchange. Here you can just also swap between many different tokens. You have to first connect. I'm already connected. Then you could select which asset you'd like to sell. and which asset you'd like to buy, and they'll find the best rate. It might take from Uniswap, it might take from paraswap, and so on. The last exchange I'd like to share with you, the bonus one, it's actually a decentralized exchange aggregator, and that is 1inch.exchange. And this is really, really cool because what they allow you to do is perform transactions, trades, without bots coming in and trying to front run you. Now, this is definitely a bit more complex topic, but what can happen if you do a transaction on the Ethereum blockchain is that if you don't select a gas fee that is high enough, a bot might come in and try and place a trade before your trade is fulfilled. And that would mean that when your trade afterwards gets filled, you might get less tokens than you actually anticipated because the bot that came before you stole the slippage. And what 1inch.exchange does is it helps prevent this front running, and it finds the best possible rate. So I highly recommend, if you're actually swapping tokens, don't just stick to one decentralized exchange, but try and compare the rates between all of the ones, maybe also go on to 1inch.exchange. So that was it for the best decentralized exchanges. I'll definitely make another video with even more decentralized exchanges, but I think these ones are great as a starter. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for even more DeFi content. I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.